Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And now I'm taking a look at an Amiga masterpiece. If you love football games and you love your 16-bit computers, especially the Commodore Amiga, if you haven't already, you owe it to yourself to try Sensible Soccer. Now, the reason it's got this is Sensible Soccer 1.1, and the reason it's saying version 1.1 is this is actually a slight update to a version of Sensible Soccer that originally got released not all that long beforehand. This fixes some issues with that earlier version. In the original version, the goalies were phenomenally crap, and they quite often missed absolute sitters of goals, and sometimes you can have things where the goalie just stood around on his line and just watched the ball as it sailed past him. And they not only improved the guys, they made it so that they could actually catch the balls and even in mid-dive, which was something they couldn't really do before. So let's have a look at these. So you got you can edit teams. There's loads and loads of teams with real names. There's a disclaimer on the back of the box saying they're not endorsed by anything, and you can load and save. So if you're middle of a cup or league or whatever, that's not a problem at all. You can save part way through. And got differing. You can have 3, 5, 7 or 10-minute game laps and seasonal weather and stuff. And autosave highlights. Let's do a friendly. Pitch type, you've got all different. Let's do a muddy one. Choose friendly match teams. Here's Angleterre, as they'd say in Norway. Not. Portugal, that'll do. Yeah, change it to P for human controlled players or C for computer controlled. Play match. And you can choose it. Anyone who's familiar with football back in around 1992, when I believe this game came out, will inevitably recognise some names here. Here's Gaza. And the ones in a light coloured background are on the subs bench. So you can actually substitute twice per game, and you can choose all sorts of different all sorts of different formations. You can view your opponents, see what they're like. Let's play the game. And now that shows you what colour each player's kitted out in. So as you saw, I'm the ones in the white tops and the blue shorts. The ball does not stick to your feet, so if anyone tells you it does, they've got the wrong end of the stick. It absolutely does not. I mean, I've lost count of the number of times that Sensible Soccer got criticised for being one where the ball sticks to your feet. That is simply not true. Oh, God. Oh, you missed an open goal, you bellend. And there's loads of aftertouch on this. It's very easy to do. You just curl the ball in, and you just push the joystick in a direction almost immediately after you've kicked the ball. To just pass the ball, you just lightly tap the fire button, and you hold it down for longer if you wish to do a harder kick. And in case you're wondering, you do get fouls in this, so you have to be careful. And another thing that's the 1.1 update added is that people can get yellow and red cards and be sent off. Oh, darn it. This is such a dream to play. Sensible Soccer was a massive hit when it came out. It sold at over 100,000 copies very quickly, which was quite a big deal. Oh, got fouled there. Oh, the goalie caught it. I put a little bit of aftertouch to curling the ball a bit to the left on that one. And there are diving headers in this as well. And each time someone scores, you get an action replay. And if you wish to save an action replay of something that's just that moment happened, you can do that as well. Yeah, I just did a diving header just then with that player. A friend of mine and I used to have lots of fun playing two-player matches in this. Oh. See, like I said, the ball does not stick to your feet. Oh! The goalie definitely wouldn't have been that successful at saving those in the previous, in the pre-1.1 version of Sensible Soccer. And another thing that 1.1 added is the then new back pass rule. If you pass back to your keeper, if you kick the ball back to your keeper, then he'll just control like a normal player until you kick the ball to someone else. Or nearly a goal. I have to admit, I'm playing this with a PlayStation 3 controller, but so it is a bit strange trying to control Sensible Soccer with one of those. But yes, goal! And you get action replay when you've just scored a goal. That happens automatically every time. But as I said, if something else that happened that you wanted to save, then you can actually press a button to do a replay of that as well. And the sound effects are so good in this. And there's injury time in this because there was so little in the way of injuries. And you can see in the bottom corner, Ian Wright scored on the 86th minute of the match. Now, and if you wished, you could actually get you could actually watch highlights. Now we're going to try a different kind of Czechoslovakia. That dates the game a little. It's now called Czech Republic. Let's do Northern Ireland versus Germany. Play match. So because I've picked a hard surface pitch this time, the ball will react differently. I did muddy last time. Now it's hard. One thing I really love about this is that the sound effects in the background are so good. Well, I'm the ones in green this time. And the passing in this is one of the things that makes this game so special. Notice how he caught the ball mid-dive. There is absolutely no way that he would have been able to do that in the previous version of Sensible Soccer. And passing actually does play a pretty good role in it. That was a close call. Oh, you fouler. Ref, that was clearly a foul. Yeah, clear it. Oh. Oh, I couldn't curl it enough because that defending player was in the way. Ooh, good save. That's a corner. Diving header there. Did you see that? I did a diving header. Now Sensible Software were hoping to put overhead / scissor kicks into the game, but unfortunately that didn't actually happen in the end. It's a shame because it'd be all foul. See, can you hear the crowd chanting? There's just so much atmosphere to this game. That's another thing that makes Sensible Soccer so special. And I have to admit, once I got into Sensible Soccer, I almost never played a kickoff game again. They just seem to pale in comparison to this. By zooming the pitch right out, it meant you didn't have to have that ugly scanner in the top left corner the way you did in the first two kickoff games that were prevalent at the time of Sensible Soccer first coming out. No, what do I do that for? Come on, let's... Oh, I thought I was going to score then. Oh, they've scored. Now, if you press left several times in quick succession, you can. This is where you can actually not substitute a player, but you can also, if you wish, change your formation. Now I'm going to change to an attack formation because I'm a goal down. Oh, foul ref. Oh, I nearly did a diving header goal. Unfortunately, he saved it. Oh, ref. That was blooming cynical. Oh, damn it. Goal kick. Everything about this game is just top quality. Everything about it sounds right. Everything about it looks right. Everything about it feels right. I mean, I had a few friends back in the day who complained saying the sprites were way too small, but what do you expect when it's zoomed out that much? This is actually ideal. And I don't think they're too small. It's not like you can't see what's going on. Oh! No! Darn, I couldn't curl it enough. Ah, Riedler was the one that scored for them. Oh, gosh. Ah, I lost. And if you press the H button at the game over, that's when you get the highlights and any action replays that happen during the game, or any highlights that you saved, they'll be played at that point. It's just I can't remember the button you press to actually select a highlight moment during a match. So because that was the only goal that happened during the whole game, that's the only and I didn't know how to do any other kind of highlights. That's why that was the only highlight that played. So that's Sensible Soccer 1.1 for the Commodore Amiga. Absolute cast iron classic. Graphics are nice. Yes, they are small, but they're not so small you can't see what's going on. I mean, you can even see detail on the ball, and if on some monitors you can even see the players' eyes, especially the dark-skinned players, and the fact that it contains real teams and real players, at least the real teams and real players that were in existence at the time, is also another thing that adds a nice touch, especially if you're really into football, like a friend of mine who used to live just across the road from me was when I had this for the Amiga back in the day. Oh God, we almost, whenever we got together, we almost always played this whenever we had an Amiga session, and I still think it's a lot of fun to play even after all this time. The sound is exceptionally good. You get sounds of you get sort of rumbles of I don't know what it is. It's kind of like drum roll type things. I don't know what they actually did, and you hear chanting every now and then, and there's a general sound of crowd noise, so it's not deathly silent. The sound, and there's of course the cheer whenever someone scores a goal, or was going oh when there's a near miss or a foul or anything like that, and everything about Sensible Soccer just oozes quality, and there are lots of different things you can do, and if you so wish you can create your own teams, and if you were really up into that kind of thing, you could as time went by you could even update the names of the players on teams as some left or retired or whatever. It's just a superb game, and it's lots of fun to play. It's one of those that's easy to learn but difficult to master. But whether it takes you a month or a year to master it, you'll certainly have fun trying it. Sensible Soccer, especially this 1.1 version, a bit out of that, and the original Sensible Soccer is a cast iron classic, and no fan of football who loved their Amiga should even think about ignoring it. So that, and I'll happily give Sensible Soccer 1.1 8 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this review. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.